You're with the Foamy Heads. Favorite IPA?
No.
I think it's a little too... I'm picking up on some weird flavor.
I had AlphaKing,
Yeah.
then Necron99. So this is reverse what I did before. This, to me, is a lot sweeter than I remember it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I get that, and it's like there's some sort of on the nose when I smell it, I don't know what I'm picking up, but it is something sweet, and then that transfers through to the flavor.
Mm-hmm. I love the artwork though. It's super like, to me, it's reminds me of the '80s, like Visionaires or G.I. Joe or whatever.
When they did well, and it's very that was kind of the style of the '80s that they were going with the Dark Lord Day with like the fonts and stuff like the old school 8-bit stuff.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, and a lot of their bottles have that. It's either that or AlphaKing does not have that same style, but it's still got that dark, cartoonish kind of look.
Yeah.
None of their bottles look the same. That's what I like about 3FLOYDS, because you can't.
That's true.
If you look, there's good things about being consistent. Like if you look at Bearded Iris and Southern Grist, it's like you can look at a can and be like, oh, that's Bearded Iris, that's Southern Grist, because they all have the same layout. Mm-hmm. The only difference is like the color and then maybe like the background or the shade or something like that. Nothing on a 3FLOYDS bottle looks the same, except maybe a lot of their beers have like the name of the beer kind of circles the image that's in the middle.
Yeah.
Like AlphaKing is on top and then 3FLOYDS is on the bottom.
Yeah.
And it kind of makes a semicircle for each phrase.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be the only thing that's similar. That and the bottle caps. The bottle caps are always the same.
They are.
So
I like the 3FLOYDS bottle caps because they're so distinctive. You don't even have to see or even read the label on the bottle to know it's 3FLOYDS with that green and purple whatever.
Well, if there was a case of 3FLOYDS on the bottom, on the floor, and you were walking around and you looked down from the top and all you saw were the rainbow bottle caps, you would know immediately.
Shit, somebody put smooth on this. Is it smooth?
Possibly. I could see that. I don't.
Yeah, sweet and smooth. The aftertaste is not. It's super bitter.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the aftertaste, but I'm definitely picking up something.
It almost leaves that Bearded Iris feeling in the back of the throat. Almost.
Think so?
A little bit. It's nowhere near as prevalent, but I have that little soft back of the tongue feeling that I get almost immediately with Bearded Iris. But I've sipped on Necron99 for about half the bottle now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit there, but I don't know what that is.
One thing I do like about 3FLOYDS beers is that none of them are, well, you mentioned that AlphaKing and Necron99 are similar. Mm-hmm. I'm curious because now you're flipping them now, because last time you had AlphaKing, which I think is the stronger of the two.
I think so.
So I don't know if maybe your palate was kind of shot by a lot of hops and bitterness, and then you went into into Necron, and then didn't, you couldn't taste very much. For all I know, I don't remember what AlphaKing is like. I don't remember it tasting like this though. Yeah. So, all said and done, assuming those beers taste different, I don't.
This is 7.3% Necron99, and I'm looking over here towards AlphaKing.
I think AlphaKing is.
It's AlphaKing is 6.66%.
Nice.
So Necron's a little.
That was done on purpose.
Yeah. I thought Necron99 was the weaker of the two, but it's the stronger.
But hold on a second, though. Is Necron99 considered an IPA, or is it considered... Because AlphaKing is a pale ale. Now, granted, it's hoppy, Aha.
True.
Necron99 is an IPA. AlphaKing's a pale ale. That's why they tasted the same to you. You had an IPA first before you went into. Oh no! Did you have AlphaKing? You had AlphaKing
Yes.
first.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm still confused now.
Yeah.
Huh?
Pale ale versus India Pale Ale, right?
Yes.
So
Now I'm really curious to get into the AlphaKing because it's been a while since I've had it.
oh man.
I wouldn't call it smooth on the aftertaste.
Yeah. It's
But I think mid sip, it doesn't. There's nothing that kicks you in the face about it.
right.
I like it. I would put this at a 3.25 for me. I don't think it's my favorite of the 3FLOYDS beers, but we've also had some pretty shitty 3FLOYDS beers.
That's true.
Well, pretty shitty that I think. I don't think that massive amounts of ginger in an imperial stout with coffee and barrel age really mixes well together. What was I don't even remember what it was called.
Greatest teachable moments or something like that.
Yeah, it was it was one of the variants from 2018 3FLOYDS Dark Lord Day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, DJ brought it.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I would not have to have that one again.
No, that
Yeah.
was rough. No one could really finish.
I didn't
that.
finish mine.
Yeah.
And it was a bomber split 4 ways.
Yep.
You, me, Craig, and DJ, right?
Yes.
Yep. I couldn't finish my 5-ounce pour that I had in my cup. I just couldn't do it.
It was rough.
It was disgusting.
I got close to the end of my pour that I was given, and I just said no. It was that moment where you either shoot it back or not, because we were going to, I guess, one of our hotel rooms to go to the next variant that was cooling off.
The
chilling for
French
us,
Vanilla Militia.
Yes.
Yep.
which was way better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the ginger was way too much.
I think on the French Vanilla Militia, the wine, the grapes was a little. It was not much, but it was definitely present. It was more present than I was expecting. Had I had it first, I think I would have rated it lower than what I gave it. But because the bar was set with
ginger,
oh, that was so terrible. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
anything has to be better than this,
God.
and it was.
Oh yeah, I didn't even finish my thought. We were leaving the room, throwing away our cups that no one finished, and it was that moment of, do I just shoot it back because of the beer's name and label, and then my brain goes, no, dumbass, it sucks. So I just threw it away. So ridiculous.
Well, the whole point of craft beer is you have to drink what
Yes.
you enjoy, and you
Yes.
did not enjoy that beer.
No,
There's a
not.
saying, don't waste beer, but at some point, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
It was strong. You really have to like ginger to, well, it's like eating liquefied ginger. That's what it was. There was no, you couldn't really get past that flavor profile. It was strong.
It was rough. I'm glad that they didn't bring that back this year. Marshmallow Hanji was, one that they repeatedly bring back, and they bring back some of the other, same variants as well. But Greatest Teachable Moments was not one that they brought back after last year, because it was not available this year. And I'm really glad, because that means one of us had a shot at getting that one.
Right.
No, I wasn't going to have it.
I would not have left in our Uber. I would have gotten a different one until I had traded my variant for another. If I had gotten that.
Mitch, I don't think anybody was going to trade you for that one if you...
Well, there's thousands of people.
Yeah. Somebody likes it.
Right.
Somebody has to like it.
Somebody's Dark Lord bag is laying around unattended somewhere.
Probably the guy that dropped his and all 5 bottles cracked.
That was a soul-breaking moment.
Yes.
AlphaKing.
Should we get into AlphaKing?
Let's do this. I'm very curious, going the opposite way now, to what we will think of AlphaKing. Yeah, plus, I guess the session was elevated in a way to. I didn't change my rating on Necron99. I gave it a 3.5 on the boat, and I gave it a 3.5 here because I need to have it one more time, unbiased by location, to see what I really think. Because if it's a sunny day and you've got the wind hitting you, you've got your beers, it's a good time.
Oh yeah.
And these pudding-like beers, as I call them, like they're better when the sun's out on you.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know how to skew my opinion on that, especially after having AlphaKing. AlphaKing's always been a favorite because I used to not be able to get my hands on it. Hopefully we'll be able to get it anytime we want soon. But
I think AlphaKing is going to be one of those that stays around.
yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
I know I've just seen Gumball Head still. I haven't really seen the rest of the 3FLOYDS flock come in, but
yeah, Gumball Head, Laser Snake, you typically see.
Love Laser Snake. I should have picked some of that up.
Mm-hmm. Let's try this AlphaKing.
Very smooth, comparatively. But
I see what you're saying, though. Okay. I take my statement back.
Okay.
Hold on. Try this again.
They're eerily similar, I think, still.
AlphaKing is obvious. It's not as sweet. But the notes that kind of like hang around at the end are very similar to Necron99. I spent the first 15 minutes trying to justify why these are not the same beers, and then I took a sip and I know exactly what you're talking about. AlphaKing, I think, is a little smoother. It tastes more bitter to me than Necron99 does.
It does, yeah.
Considering it's a pale ale, that's weird.
It doesn't have that sweetiness.
But
Sweetness.
It's a word.
My brain.
You can make it a word.
My brain makes words.
You've been watching too much Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, I have the one of the books here too.
From
I probably
Leahy?
haven't seen. Yeah.
Nice.
Shit dictionary or something like that. Shictionary. Shit dictionary. Something like that.
I know where you're getting at, though. I think that if I were to, had you not said anything, I may or may not have said, "Hey, these taste similar."
Nah, I think you would have noticed it
You think
right
so?
after, like, yeah. I don't think you could really miss it when after the other. That's what I was trying to say. 'Cause they're awfully similar, and going from Necron99 to AlphaKing, I can definitely pick up the difference versus going from Necron99 to or AlphaKing to Necron99. I probably couldn't pick it up as closely.
Well, let's see. I know I've had AlphaKing before. Okay, I think that my yeah. So I gave AlphaKing a 3.25. And Necron99, I was stumbling between a 3 and a 3.25, which I think makes sense because I like AlphaKing better than I like Necron99. So I think I'm going to keep my rating the same on this one.
Yeah,
3.25. I think it's a slightly better version.
Yeah,
of Necron99.
Definitely, AlphaKing is the alpha between the two.
And I see what you're saying. Those notes at the end that kind of linger. It's got a bready, like I don't know. There's a unique flavor that I'm picking up on that I got in both the Necron99 and the AlphaKing.
Yeah, that's why I put in my description kind of like a pudding top. It's not the pudding, but it's like that. To think of banana pudding, it's got that cream top. If you make it with that vanilla whipping or whatever cream stuff,
it just adds that little extra flavor of something.
Yes,
on
it's
top
very
of a
light,
beer.
very just kind of light sweet. Or bread pudding in a way you could think of.
Bread pudding. That's a good way to describe it.
But they're enjoyable. I definitely prefer AlphaKing over Necron99, hands down. On the shelf, it's gonna be AlphaKing. Picking up, taking home, drinking.
Yep.
Necron99, I don't really have a place for it in my arsenal if I was to like lace my or
But I don't think you can get it here anyway, right?
No, I can't.
Like we haven't seen it anywhere.
No. I'm just sad because I love the label so much. It's almost like it's a I don't know. When I played tabletop games, this is very one of the evil characters looked like these very closely. So it's one of my favorite factions just because of the lore, but it's a shame. I like the bottle art, but I won't probably be buying too many more unless people just haven't had it before and I'll pick it up.
Well, like myself, I haven't ever had Necron99
That's
before.
why I grabbed it.
Yeah.
I hadn't had it. So, AlphaKing, though, it's been brought down multiple times to the office, and it's going to be continued to do that if we never can find it here. You know, this is going to be a staple in the fridge still.
Do you think that 3FLOYDS is better? 3FLOYDS are better at IPAs or stouts?
Ooh. Their stouts were awesome at the festival.
Yes.
I need a couple more of their IPAs. Like, I haven't had all their flagships yet. I surprisingly have not had Gumball Head.
Okay.
I need to try Gumball Head, which I think is an IPA.
I think it's a pale ale.
Or just pale ale?
I think I'm gonna look it up real quick just because I can't confirm, but I think Gumball Head. Yeah, it's a wheat pale ale. It's a pale pale wheat ale. Slightly sweet and mildly hoppy. American wheat ale brewed with white wheat and dry hopped with hand-selected hops from the Yakima Valley, bright and refreshing with a lemony finish. I liked Gumball Head.
Okay.
I thought it was a very good beer.
I need to try it.
Yeah.
I missed out on their triple, I think. What was its name?
The Quanto.
Quanto.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was the one I had. I had that, and I think I mentioned that in our last podcast that was the first beer I had at Dark Lord Day in 2018, and I made it a point to make sure it was the first beer I had at this year's Dark Lord Day. It was so good.
Gosh.
It was so good. It was extremely hoppy and extremely like high gravity without being overly boozy. It was just somehow they did it, and it was amazing.
That sounds so good.
Yes. That is a beer you missed out on, I will say. Now, granted, I think when I was drinking the Quanto, you and DJ were drinking the Berserker.
Yes.
The Berserker?
Berserker,
yes. Which was an barrel-aged imperial stout, which was also phenomenal.
Yes.
So, I mean, you didn't miss out on anything. It's just, it was a good beer nonetheless, but you didn't have Quanto.
Yeah.
So
I think next year my game is going to be like, here's my 10 must drink list.
Oh, nice.
And then the rest is just fill in the gap.
That'd be good.
Because I need the staples that I want to find.
Yep.
And I'll probably take it one more step and just put like times of the day and where they're going to be, just so I have a little more of a directional sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be drunk. And I'm not going to be
good to have a game plan going in, right? Because you're not
Right.
going to know what to do once you get drunk.
And it needs to be a JPEG or something I can pull up on my phone.
Easily.
You know what I mean? Because there's no service.
It was terrible. The internet service is terrible out there.
Yeah. So next year is going to be, I think, a more prolific beer intaking experience, so long as it doesn't rain.
Yes.
So
I will say there were two things that I think cut our experience short. One was the rain, and then two was the fact that after it was raining, some people were just ready to go.
Yeah.
And I agree and disagree. I could have stayed around a couple more hours and walked around, but I also understand our feet were wet and our shoes were cold and wet.
Hey, mine weren't.
No, yours weren't. So, I mean, I think we left a couple hours earlier than we should have. I think we had more to do.
Yes.
The day was definitely, now a lot of it was the alcohol, but the day definitely went by faster than I was expecting.
For sure.
It went by a lot slower the year before. So I think those extra 2 hours that we could have gotten in would have made up for it, and I'm determined to do that next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Well, we're going to finish this AlphaKing off and get to our podcast. Check us out then.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for hanging out with the Foamy Heads.